Welcome back, everyone, to Crusader Kings 3. This is our first episode where we begin as King of England. It's been a long journey. In fact, it's been 159 years of a long journey, but we're finally arrived. As we dive into today's episode and we see what we can do to inch closer to creating the Empire of Britannia, which has been our ultimate goal. Please don't forget to check out historycourses.com, which is the sponsor of this entire series. In fact, that was a personal request from the creator of History Courses that this would be the series that we would advertise his service on. So check that out. The link's in the description below. There's a lot of great stuff there, and my friend who runs History Courses is constantly working on new content. He puts a lot of thought into it. Everything is sourced and documented. So if you want to learn a lot about, say, William the Conqueror, which kind of fits perfectly into what we're doing here, there's a whole series on William the Conqueror that he's already added quite a bit for. You can check that out in the link, and you can use the code in the link in the description below to get 10% off your first purchase. So I would recommend personally, if you like what you see, that you sign up for a year, because that'll get you 10% off that entire first year. And that also provides the greatest level of support to this channel, because I get a percentage as well of that first purchase. So if you like what you see, check it out. Use that code and subscribe. I promise you won't regret it. Let's dive in. See what we can do here. So I want to take a look at the Empire of Britannia. There's 75 de jure counties. We have 46 of them right now. We need to have 75. So I think the majority of what we still need will be found in Wales and Ireland. Ireland we're going to inherit. Wales we'll still need to conquer. We'll need 1,000 gold, which shouldn't be that hard to gain. And then we need 2 kingdom titles, which again we will have once the merge happens of England and Ireland. The other thing I want to look at right now is I want to look at my vassals, especially the powerful vassals, the Duke of York, the Duke of Essex, and the Duke of Northumbria, because these are people I probably need to keep on my good side, lest they plan against me. So Duke of York we're going to start with. We're going to start with a sway scheme on him. Every time I try to do this, it causes stress for me because I'm shy, which is really frustrating, but that's the way it goes. It's just something we have to do right now. I don't know if there's anything else we can do. Send him a gift, 191, which will only gain me 16 opinion. Honestly, it's not even worth it. We'll just try to do the sway thing and see what happens. So as it has become clear to me that there is a massive faction forming against me in the form of the Dukes of Essex, York, Northumbria, Countess Catherine of Somerset, Countess Emma of Hampshire, Countess of Leicestershire, Countess of Mearns. I need a powerful ally, and there is no more powerful ally in the region than the 15,000-man army of the King of France. So I need to arrange a marriage with the King of France that will put me in position to do something about this. I just got to find someone that will make me an alliance. He's got a son who's, I'm sure, already married. So if only we could do something about her. He's insane. That's not ideal. Does he have another son? He's got a 2-year-old daughter. Actually, that might work. That might work, because I've got Prince Ragnar, my son. I've also got a grandson, Duke Edwin of Moray. Either of those would be ideal, but we're going to go with Ragnar. They'll accept it, and that should give us... Going to inherit stuttering. That's not great. That'll give us an alliance with the King of France, and that should offer me the protection I need to survive the storm of what these people are threatening me with. Excellent news. All right, so what we're going to have to do here is we're going to have to think about other ways of dealing with this. So Duke Roger, his daughter's the Queen of Scotland. So, I mean, obviously that's part of the problem that we have here. Duke Roger is kind of the most powerful of these, I believe. I want to take a look at a little more of this faction, because I've got to deal with any threats to my rule before they get out of hand. Yeah, Duke Roger of Essex and Duke Roger II of York. Duke of York's actually got a really powerful army. Who's his heir? Looks like right here, Thomas. All right. Who's he killed? Simon de Vere. He executed. So these guys are pretty ruthless. How about a murder scheme? How successful is that? 9% is where it starts. All right. We're going to start there. We're going to look and see who we can add to this. The Earl of Cheshire. A bribe of 137 gold. Dang, that's a lot. Well, we got to do what we got to do. Who else can we get in on this? The mayor. That's another 27. That would actually be really helpful. 150. So it's getting expensive. But that should get us up there. That's up to 72% chance of success, 87% chance of secrecy. And we've got 22 months in which to save some money and do more. Oh, we've got a new daughter. Constance. Just name her after my mother. That works. Another daughter I can marry off for an alliance down the road. Okay, for 75, we can add Joan Fitzhammon. That's going to get us pretty much about as high as we can go. 95% on both. The problem... Oh, there. Oh, boy. That did not take long. The existence of the plot has been discovered. That knocks us way back to 24% chance of success. And now we're... Oh, my gosh. What is happening? I'm stressed. My sister Elizabeth died from stress. Seems to run in the family. My alliance with Earl Christopher has expired. We're still in a pretty good position, though. But financially, we just spent all that money on a scheme that has very little chance of success now. And I'm not going to go spending more money to get more people bribed into this thing. Honestly, I just need to abandon the scheme. Ugh. We're just going to have to count on the King of France coming to our aid when they make this happen, because they're going to send an ultimatum in 7 months. I'm wondering if I lower my Crown Authority law, if that will relieve some of the pressure and make it less likely that there's a rebellion. I don't know. We're going to give it a try. We still have this mercenary company. We don't have the money to extend them, though. I'm going to grant Duchess Juliana the title of Cambridgeshire, which she's de jure holder of. I don't know if that's going to get her to jump out of this faction or not, but it appears they're about to give me their demands. I dare them to try. As long as the King of France sends his army, we'll be okay. I'm waiting to see it happen. Oh, can send one at any time. They just haven't done it yet. There it is. All right, bring it on, dude. They've started a war. And the King of Scotland jumped in on it, which I'm not entirely surprised by. Rally the troops. Okay, let's raise the army. Let's, more importantly, well, we got to get a new marshal. Call King Edward and call King Guy. He will just barely accept. Thank goodness for that. Now, what do we got here? We've got some enemy armies close. So let's hit him before he can consolidate his forces. Of course, I'll join you in this war. Our foes shall learn to fear the men of France. He hates me. He's got a minus 78 opinion of me, but nonetheless joined the war. All right, we've caught up with a small force. One of our knights was slain. But we won the victory. Okay, what's this here? The Army of Bath. So again, there's a chance. Before he could merge everybody, we're able to hit some of these armies. Let's look at the overall numbers. He's got 22,000 men. We've got 27,000. I mean, we're approaching like Towton numbers now as far as the size of these armies involved in these battles. What do we got over here? That's the enemy army of London. He's putting sieges on multiple places now. Got the Irish army there. I'm trying to catch up to this guy. I think I might finally have him. Oh, man, he's too fast. Where's France? There he is. 15,000 men. 3 armies coming from Paris. Yes, buddy. All right, we got to keep an eye on our financial situation. Man, am I glad I made an alliance with that guy. Never mind that a generation or two from now we're going to be going after his land. All right, I think we're going to have to wait until the French armies arrive. Oh, they're coming up over here. Okay, cool. Wait, where are you going? All right. They're going to land right here in Wales. Let's make our way up. Let's do it, boys. All right. We got a lot of men marching this way. I'm waiting for the rest of them to arrive before we push north. Oh, he's running now. That's it. You better run. Oh, yeah. The Battle of Halifax. We're going to crush the enemy army. My niece was taken prisoner. And that's okay. Not a big deal. Enemies left the war. Duke Roger left the war. It was your... Oh, no. It was the other Duke's claim. Duke Roger II left the war. Man. There's a lot of people involved. A lot of armies. That's definitely the biggest battle I've fought in so far, the Battle of Halifax. We killed nearly 5,000 in that army. Good night. Beautiful. Oh man, my nephew was killed in that battle. That's the son of my sister Elizabeth, Countess of Lincolnshire. Alright, where are we at? Oh yeah, the King of Scotland has been taken prisoner by the Duchess of Man after she won the Battle of Annandale. Excellent news. So things are going pretty well right now, thanks to the King of France and his army. What's the numbers look like now? He's still got 15,000 men in the field. Alright, so we're doing some sieges now. My cousin Margaret was killed by my vassal Duke Ethelward during the siege of Nottingham. So just as we won one siege, we lost another, so it was basically a net loss. Elizabeth comes of age, my daughter. We're going to head over here and stay close with the French armies. Can we go down and take him on? Will they follow me? That's the main thing. Okay, they are following me. So we're going to get into another major battle here. This one's going to probably decide the whole thing. Because we're getting all the reinforcements coming in on both sides. It's going to be a massive destruction of his force at the Battle of Darby. Beautiful. Slaughter, absolute slaughter. We captured Baron Ralph of Portsmouth. Let's look at the numbers on that one. We lost 2,800 killed. He lost almost 7,000 dead in that battle. Jeez. So of the knights, we can see here Thomas was killed. Tommy Tuberville. He's a guy running for Senate. Dang. Look at the kills. This guy killed 47 people in this battle. We had 30 knights in that battle. Okay, so let's pause for a second. We're almost out of money. But we can ransom Baron Ralph for 30. I can ask the Pope for 452 gold. Excellent. We just got to spend some piety for it. And our daughter Elizabeth Greenhill can marry. The question is, whom? The Duke of Lothian. We're always marrying into the Scottish families, which isn't a bad thing, because eventually somewhere in all of that we might find ourselves with a chance to press for a title. To the two-faced King Edward, Pope Alexander III. Not a fan of me, but he's sending me the money anyway. Alright. The Duke of Lothian accepts. The ransom's been accepted. All things are going well at the moment. So I've got available Dynasty Legacy. We're going to go with House of Warriors. Something we could really use right now that we're fighting a lot more combat. Main thing right now, just kind of stick close. We can call the Duke of Lothian to join us in all of this. We're going to stick close to the French. Alright, now that they've won this siege, and now that we've got an ally in Scotland, let's start moving north. See if we can get the French to follow us. Go try to force another decisive battle. What do our numbers look like now? Almost 25,000 to just 13,000. Alright, where are the French going? Not entirely sure they even know themselves. But what I don't want to have happen is get into a battle and then the French abandon me and don't follow. So I guess we'll go help with this siege. A secret exposed. The King of Wales is having an extramarital affair with my sister Anna. Well, that's not ideal. I don't have a commander of my army. I'm going to command it myself because it's not the worst thing in the world if I get killed in battle, because then all the titles get merged in with my son, which is kind of what we're after anyway. Oh, my sister Anna has let it be known that not only is her unborn child the product of an illicit union, but the father is none other than the King of Wales. What does this mean for her marriage to Duke Garman? Well, he's dead, so I don't think it means a whole lot. Alright, well. So the Army of Edinburgh has arrived with the rest of the armies. I'd really like to force a decisive action if we could, rather than just sitting here laying siege to things. Alright, I think we might get the French to help us out here if we try to force a decisive action, and it looks like we're going to get that chance. Oh yeah, Battle of Darby. This is going to go really well. Major victory. I want to take a look at the details. I like looking at the knights because you can see how many... the Earl of Oxfordshire killed 17 in that battle. Good for him. You can kind of see how each one of them did. Did I kill anybody in the battle? No. Maybe I kind of sat back from it a little bit. Hey, there's a dude named Amadeus that fought for us. That's amazing. I love that. That was Wolfgang Mozart's middle name. Yeah, I don't see myself in here. I guess I wasn't involved in the killing. We've got 5 prisoners that can be ransomed, and watching the funds situation here, that might not be a bad idea. I'm also, though, starting to think about whether or not... Alright, this guy's French, so we'll ransom him. I'm thinking about people that are direct vassals of mine, though, that may have participated in this, like the Earl of the West Riding. And I'm thinking maybe some of these people may call for execution. Just to send a message. Let me take a look. I would gain 20 dread, spend 100 piety. It's an act of tyranny that would cause all subjects to lose opinion of me. I guess we're not going to do that. Oh, you even get to choose the method? That's pretty cool. Alright. We'll ransom him. I think we'll save the rest for now. Alright, so the King of France died. King Guy II has replaced him, and it looks like he has also joined the war. So that's the good news. Yeah, as long as he stays in it, we're okay. If he doesn't, we're going to have a real mess on our hands. We're getting pretty close to winning this thing. Is this an enemy army? No, that's a friendly, I think. No, that's an enemy. Oh, going a little too fast. Could this be the battle that ends this thing? Probably not. But dang, it's a big one. Battle of Peterborough. My counselor Wulfhelm was slain in battle by my brother-in-law, Earl Christopher. All these things are family affairs. They always have been. That's why they, at the time, they called the Wars of the Roses the Cousins' War, because that's what it really was. And now Earl Christopher has created the cadet branch of Greenhill Lincoln. We're just going to put a 77%, so we're not quite there yet. Alright, details, details. Look at that. Robert killed 56 people in that battle. That's just crazy. You can see Roger was killed. Didn't I just... I think I just ransomed him. The mayor of Southampton was killed. It's all very fascinating to me. Alright, so I'm heading down here to deal with the siege that's happening in Kent. We're at 82% to win this war. It's nearly over. 91% with that victory. Actually, that wasn't even the end of that one. There it is. All right. At long last, we can end this war. A war that I never wanted in the first place. I think Roger probably has to die. I'm not sure how that's going to be received, but I feel like an example has to be made at this point. None of the knights died in that battle. All right. So let's just examine the situation. Look at, we have 14 prisoners. This is a lot to think about. Several of them are vassals. My prisoner, cousin, and vassal, Duke Roger, who started this whole mess. What do we do? What happens if we execute him? I gain the trait Familial Kingslayer. Or Kinslayer. But I feel like I have no choice. He's not part of my dynasty. He's a cousin, but he's not part of my dynasty. Yeah, I feel like I have to... Yeah, you're done, dude. See ya. Alright. Now, as for the rest, we'll start ransoming some of these minor nobles. Let's disband the army. Hopefully they've learned their lesson. Duke Thomas of York. So he's the one who actually took his father's place. We just executed his father. I think we'll ransom him. Hopefully he learned his lesson. We're going to make a ton of money from all this ransoming to kind of make up for what we lost. Duke Ethelward of Northumbria. Should we execute him too? Yeah, we've already heard our opinion with people, so I think we'll let that one slide. Okay, let's rake in all that money now from all of those things. See where that puts us. That's a decent amount. So now there's another faction. It doesn't have power right now, but the person who is in charge of the faction is actually imprisoned by the Duke of Northumbria at the moment. So that's that. That's a lot that has happened in a short time in this episode. And I feel like maybe, just maybe, that's probably enough for today. So I'm going to wrap it up right there. I don't even know how long that is, but that Civil War was just exhausting to me. But we won. And anytime we can put down threats to our rule, it's a good thing. We still have some issues. The Duke of Kent and the Duke of Cornwall are major concerns, as are the Duke of Essex, the Duchess of East Anglia. These are all people that are not happy with me at all. So we're going to have to do something to start changing that. So what I'm thinking is I can borrow gold from a holy order. That's right. Did we create one? We wanted to create one, but I don't remember that we ever did. Do we host a feast and try to make people like us more? Let's go ahead and do that before we finish this up. See if that starts to get people to like me a little bit more. Welcome, friends. So let's see how this goes. We've got some more people who can ransom. Also got another duchy I can create if I want. Alright, we'll become closer to Duchess Juliana. I'd like to do more than just become close to her, though. I'd like to improve my standing with everybody. Oh, bad reaction to food, huh? Faction targeting you is disbanded. What else can we... Found a new empire. Obviously, we can't do that yet. Until next time. Found a university would be nice too. Okay, so as we wrap this up, let's take a look at our dynasty. It's noteworthy. We're working toward reputable. We have 4 houses in the dynasty now. There's Greenhill Lincoln, Shrewsbury, Greenhill Evesham, and of course the original Greenhill. None of them are particularly powerful. But 32 living members total in all branches. So zooming out now, you can see who we currently have. And it all kind of pretty much goes back to Edward III, my great-grandfather. Constance, yeah, hers are not part of the dynasty. So King Edward, my son. Princess Elizabeth, who has a grandson who's the Earldom of Lanarkshire. That's Glasgow. He's heir to that. Duke Edwin, my grandson, is the Duke of Moray. He's 8 years old. We've got some family over here. Not of my house, however. My nephew who was killed in battle. Another nephew who's heir to the Earldom of Lincolnshire. Ella. Anybody else that's got any kind of titles? Not that I can really see. This is Welsh over here. This is the bastard she had with the... Oh, he's not legitimate. I wonder if we can legitimize him as the head of the house. Yeah, we can. That would be awesome. Legit! Make him legit. We got another faction rising up against us. Vassals who cannot join factions. Awesome. All right, I'm going to wrap it up right there. A lot happened, and I want to sort it all out in my own mind before we move forward. Let me know in the comment section below your thoughts about all of that, and we will see you again real soon. Thanks for watching.